A little cold today. We just had the blizzard just go north of us, and it's just a little bit too cold to do anything outside. So I was down putzing around in the basement, and one thing I ran across, was some old sports cards that got left behind, and these ones happen to be from 2006, but it says that you can find a T206 Honus Wagner card, the most expensive one, plus a bunch of other stuff, a lot of relic cards and so forth. I'm looking around and I think they're pretty valuable. There's only 5 cards per pack, but like I said, I've got a little stash of cards my kids collected and so forth, and we bought these cards here for like 99 cents a pack, and they hadn't been opened at all. So I got to thinking a little bit about sports cards and where they're at today and how expensive they get to be. So one of the things I do is I do a little online auctions and so forth. I look at stuff, mainly historical stuff, if I can find it. And I ran across something the other day that I thought was real interesting. So I put a bid in, and I bought some, they're not baseball cards, but I bought some special cards, and they just arrived a while ago, and so I decided to open them up and see what I had, and I'll let you know kind of what I found. It's a little bit on the historical side. Well, I remember back in my younger days when I first started collecting cards, they were not real expensive. Back in the 50s, we used to collect a lot of cards from like TV shows like Westerns, Hopalong Cassidy, Davy Crockett, TV shows that were in existence, the Three Stooges. Used to be able to go to the store and buy gum and a card for a penny, individually wrapped. A lot of baseball cards too. Of course, what we did is we traded them. We put a lot of them in our bikes, in the spokes of our bikes, and used them that way. We abused the living daylights out of them because really weren't worth anything. Today, they're worth a lot of money if you still had them in good shape. Well, these expensive cards today have really gotten out of hand, but I ran across something the other day, and I thought I'd share it with you. I got some historical cards, some 2009 Topps Heritage American Heroes cards. Kind of a unique thing because I'm into this history. So I'm going to open some up that I got at an online auction, and I'm going to show you what I found. Okay, we're going to open up pack 1. Looks like a checklist on the back side. It's always interesting. Topps. Frank Robinson, Hall of Fame manager. Firefighter. Ulysses S. Grant, President of the United States. Oh, we got one. Hero of Sports, Jackie Robinson. Franklin Bell. Not for sure who that guy is. Battle of the Bulge. Thomas Jefferson. And the last one is Alexander Shaler. Okay, we got an open pack 2. I haven't found any inserts or anything right now. Okay. Norman Schwarzkopf, base card. Edward Croker, The Battle of Saratoga. Jesse Jackson. Okay, here's a one of air flight. This one is Armstrong and Scott. Project Gemini. George Mason. John McCain. And NAACP card. Okay, we're into the third pack. Right now we've got just base cards, offsets. National Audubon Society. Colonel Gordon R. Roberts. Robert Jarvik. I know that he was the artificial heart guy. Flight 93. That was on 9/11. That's a 9/11 card. Charlton Heston. Jane Addams, U.S. Settlement House. Dean Acheson and John Finn. This is pack number 4. So far, just base cards and nothing special. Looking for refractors or something like that. Dwight D. Eisenhower, diplomat. Navajo code talkers of World War II. Battle of Gettysburg. Midnight Ride of Paul Revere, getting a lot of his, I would say, U.S. historical items. This one here is Bernard Irwin. We got something special here. Abraham Lincoln card. Interesting. Lincoln cast long shadow, it says. Deputy Frank Serpico. And an author, John Steinbeck. A little tweak on that one right down there. Nothing special so far in this American Hero series from 2009. Yeah, I figured this was going to happen eventually. There's another Navajo code talkers. We've got that one. Woman suffragette, Lucy Stone. Battle of Belleau Woods. This is World War I. Bill Cosby, Medal of Freedom winner. Here's another Project Mercury. This is another one of those spaceflight ones, a series. Another Frank Robinson. Charles Drew, something to do with medicine. And of course, now we got the Wild West, Wyatt Earp, American Heroes. Got 5 packs in, we got 3 left. On Topps 2009 Heritage American Heroes, I'm really looking for, a relic card or a cut signature or something like that, which is pretty rare to find. But I haven't found one yet. I'm hoping to find one. Jimmy Stewart. I know about him and he was in the military during World War II, but he's a famous actor. Another diplomat, John Hay. Lewis and Clark expedition up the Missouri River, Louisiana Purchase, and let's go look and see what it looks like. Daniel Daly, Medal of Honor. Another Abe Lincoln in the series. This one says, Greatness sprouts from humble home. Another John Finn. John Finn. This was 9/11 again. One of the heroes, I guess, of 9/11. Female seminary, Emma Willard, the founder of that. And then, of course, we've got another author, novelist, Upton Sinclair. Okay, we're at pack 7, 7 of 8. Luckily, it didn't spend a lot of money, about $2 a pack. I'm kind of interested in history, so waiting to see what these are. Elizabeth Blackwell, got something to do with medicine. Abe Lincoln, Old Honest Abe. It's a base set. President of the United States, James Monroe. The Battle of Midway. Well, that may be a turning point in our fight against the Japanese in World War II. We got, this is like a kind of an insert series. Barack Obama and Abraham Lincoln sitting in front of the White House. Hiram Rhodes Revels. Teddy Roosevelt, Theodore Roosevelt, President of the United States, and of course, Red Adair was known best for, I guess you would say, blowing out all those burning oil wells over there in Kuwait and that during the Gulf War. Pack number 8, last one. And yet to find a cut signature or anything like that. Okay, we got a card back here. I don't know what this is. Just a plain, an empty. A backing card. That's interesting. I don't know why. And Nellie Bly. Charles Weltner. Diplomat John Quincy Adams, President of the United States. Battle of Bunker Hill. Another Abraham Lincoln, Barack Obama. This one is interesting. Compare when they were born and so forth and where they were born at. And their affiliation. It says the road to the White House. These two leaders took circuitous routes to Washington. Lincoln lived in Kentucky, Indiana, Illinois. The Hawaiian-born Obama lived in several states and abroad. Little information about these guys. Another president, Woodrow Wilson. Women's suffragette, Elizabeth Cady Stanton. And American Federation of Labor, Samuel Gompers. Okay, I'm a little bit of a history guy and a little old-time guy, but I pulled out a few cards here, and one of them is a card of Jimmy Stewart, and it says U.S. Army Air Corps Colonel. We know Jimmy Stewart as a very famous Hollywood actor, but this one tells a little bit about his service time during World War II, and it says he was in World War II 1941 to 1945, and the interesting note about Jimmy Stewart is he actually flew 20 combat missions over Europe, won a bunch of awards, and got a lot of promotions. Obviously, ended up being a colonel. After the war, went back to Hollywood, but he still remained in the reserves. Teddy Roosevelt. We know him as President of the United States, but before he was President of the United States, living in New York City, he was the head of the police commissioners of New York City. They said he ruled with an iron hand. John Hay, famous politician, known specifically for helping, I guess, broker the Treaty of Paris. And Robert Jarvik, as I said before, most famously known in medicine, but most famously known for his creation of the artificial heart. And finally, we got Hiram Rhodes Revels, the first Afro-American U.S. senator. He fought on the Union side during the Civil War and became the first black senator from the state and from the country, but the state of Mississippi.